Have you ever worried about what happens if your joint bank account gets frozen because of your partner or co-owner's debt? It's a stressful situation, but here's what you need to know. Legally, a creditor can't just seize the entire account for one person's debt. That's because each account holder is seen as having their own independent share. The creditor can only go after the debtor's portion of the funds. However, in practice, when a bank receives a seizure order, they often freeze the entire account first as a precaution. This can be incredibly shocking and frustrating if you suddenly find you can't access any of your money. The actual scope of the seizure is then determined later through a legal process. Courts typically assume that joint account holders have equal shares. For example, in a joint account held by a married couple, the court will likely presume each person owns 50%. This means the creditor can only legally claim the debtor's half. But this can change if you can prove where the money actually came from. If you can show that the funds in the account, like your salary or business income, belong solely to you, the outcome will be different. Objective financial records like pay stubs, business transaction histories, and tax documents are crucial for proving the true ownership of the funds. At Austin Law Firm, we don't just look at whether an account has been seized. We dive deep into how the funds were accumulated and used, especially for accounts with a clear purpose, like a salary account, a household expense account, or a business operations account. We build a strong case. We gather financial transaction records, pay stubs, and tax filings to present a clear picture to the court. These documents are far more effective than simply filing a request to release the funds. They prove the actual ownership rights. The legal enforcement process is heavily document-based. You can't solve the problem by just stating your case. You need objective evidence. That's why, even during the initial consultation, it's vital to organize the facts in order. When the account was opened, who deposited the money, how it was used, and how this all relates to when the debt occurred. By carefully structuring this information, we can work to reduce the scope of the seizure, or, in some cases, get it completely lifted. So, remember, a seizure on a joint account doesn't automatically mean you lose everything. It's a process that can be adjusted based on the true ownership of the money. At Austin Law Firm, we take a comprehensive approach, examining your financial relationships, the enforcement procedures, and the supporting evidence to guide you through your case. If you need a consultation, please check the description below this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more detailed legal insights. Thanks for watching.